Hello. This is the topic that I'll be discussing today. University of Manitoba, which is in Canada, international students facing deadline to move off campus. So, as you can see, in Winnipeg, which is the capital of the province of Manitoba, which is one of the three prairie provinces, along with Saskatchewan and uh, what else? Alberta. So, around 600 international students who live on campus at the University of Manitoba have until the end of April to find a new place to live. The school is clearing out residences to stop the spread of COVID 19. But with borders closed, some international students say they can't return home. So, if you have heard my previous videos, this is just bang on the topic. Okay, the university is telling international students to move off campus because it just wants to clear its own backyard. Okay, with the coronavirus thing, I think one thing has become very clear, that every country is just going to look after themselves at the end of the day. I was reading an article the other day where United Nations had hoped, okay, just hoped that in a global crisis like these, uh, many countries will just join hands together and make a unanimous effort to tackle the crisis. But what has happened is just exactly opposite. Okay, every country in the world has closed its borders. Okay, so not just that, but even the Schengen area in Europe, which is the free travel area, was closed. Okay, Italy pleaded for help from France and Germany, but even then, they closed their borders. So this is just bringing out the worst in humans and in countries at this point. And to be honest, such kind of crisis is really showing to the world what exactly these so-called rich countries gain from the international students that come to their countries. So these are just a few responses from the students that have to vacate their homes by the end of April. So this is a student saying that you don't even know what you should do because you never know if something is going to change. Okay, so the 21-year-old planned on heading back to Oman for a summer, but COVID 19 put her plans on pause and has also created financial pressure by forcing her to find a rental. I'm going to have to pay money for the rent, and international student tuition is already three times regular tuition. Exactly what I told you just a few videos back. Okay, just I will read this one more time. International tuition is already three times regular tuition. Why do you think Canada wants so many international students to come to their universities and study over here? Now you get the answer. International tuition is already three times regular tuition. Okay, so why wouldn't they want more and more students to come here, right? So this is something that never gets talked about in the mainstream media. So but I really feel the need to let everybody know about this, because people just come to Canada, come to America to live their dreams. And to be honest, 99% of the people never live their dreams. Okay, this is not like a utopia that you just come here and money is just hanging down the trees and just you just pluck it and you just get rich. It's not like that. Okay, one more student is saying that we are international students, we don't know anyone here, it's difficult. Exactly as I said, like you are all alone over here, you don't know anybody over here, it's pretty difficult to manage. Okay, it's very easy to sit in India or in some other country and just say that we'll manage somehow. Okay, do you know what is the temperature right now in most of these so-called Canadian cities? Like if you say Winnipeg or Calgary or British Columbia or say Toronto or Montreal, do you know how low the temperature gets in winters? It's almost more than minus 20 degrees Celsius for the entire of month. Okay, from November to February or March. It's almost April right now, and I still have snow outside of my house. It's not that easy. All right. So one more student is saying that it's difficult to find a place within my budget. One bedroom apartments are around $1,000 a month. Staying on campus is way cheaper. Exactly as I said, like the apartments that cost if you live off campus, not on the campus of the university, is more than $1,000. Okay, some students are indeed having difficulty making arrangements to go home as flights are few and far between or are being regularly cancelled. Some need a few extra days and others asking to stay for the entire summer. We are accommodating these requests as best as we can. Okay, so the thing is that uh, even the universities and country, they are just going to take care of their own citizens. Okay, they are not going to take care of the foreigners who are in the country, who have a passport of another country. Okay, to be honest, that is not their responsibility. Okay, if you are not a citizen or a permanent resident of Canada, then Canada doesn't have to do anything with you. If you want help, approach your embassy. Okay, there are many embassies in Ottawa, in Toronto, in Vancouver, in Montreal. Approach them and ask them for help, but please don't expect anything from the Canadian government or the Australian government or the US government. Okay, because when you are on a temporary visa, okay, your passport is still from India. So you are just not from India or from any other country that you come from. So you are just not going to you're not going to get any help from Canadian government. Okay, that's just how the world works. So this is so you there are students from Nigeria. There's one from Oman, and there are also other students from UAE, India. So people come to Canada from all over the world, and these, you know, as I said, this is just, like the cash cows. International students are cash cows for these universities. They want to get as much money as possible, as I just read to you, right? Three times the normal tuition is paid by international students to come here and study in Canada, where they are trying to study in a country where even the master's students are doing pizza delivery boy jobs. Do you really think that doing a master's degree or a PhD degree is going to land you in some kind of, just out of the world kind of job, which is going to, set your entire life, and you will not have to work even a single day in your entire life? If you think that, then you are a fool. Okay, I don't blame anybody else for that. Okay, I think you should research very properly before getting into something like this. It's not a child's play. When you take a loan of say 20-25 lakhs in India or in some other countries and come to Canada or come to America or come to Australia and spend your hard-earned money, you really regret that after you have done with your degree. Because at that time what happens is that you have so much loan on your head. Many times I've seen people put their families' homes on as collateral for the loans, and then they are stuck in most of these countries because at that time they don't have anywhere else to go. So they just have to be here to keep on paying the loan. So please don't get into that trap. Okay, life is not that bed of roses over here or in other developed countries. uh, People live much more decently and much more properly in countries like India or say China. Okay, or many other countries. So I recently met one of my colleagues in the company that I work in. So he's from China, and he came to Canada a long time back, almost like 20-25 years back. Okay, right now when I was talking with him over lunch, he just said that the development that China has had recently, um, because of that he feels that he would have been better if he would have just stayed in China, because right now he is over here. So he has already got the Canadian citizenship, but China, as just like India, does not allow dual citizenship. Okay, so when you get Canadian citizenship, you have to give up Chinese citizenship or Indian citizenship. Only then you can get Canadian citizenship. So right now he is not a citizen of China, uh, And he when he looks back to his life, say, for the past 20-25 years of his life, he really sees that, China, how much, the kind of development that China has had, really makes him reconsider his decision of coming to Canada. And these are his exact words, okay? He wants to reconsider the decision of coming to Canada. So please make a, thought out decision, well thought out decision. And I hope you learned something from this video. And please like and comment, and let me know your thoughts in the comments, and do subscribe if you like the video. Thank you.